Tonight's episode is a short, quick, sweet, and crazy case as to why you should never leave your house to meet strangers from social media. May this be a lesson to all. It's the case of Valerie Rosario, right now on Love and Murder. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of Love and Murder, the weekly true crime podcast discussing relationships gone terribly wrong. And when I say terribly wrong, how wrong do I mean? And Char usually says dead wrong. And then I say dead wrong, but Char's not here right now. I am your host, Ky, and my Char is not here. Our show discusses true crime cases told in the form of a story with mystery, suspense, and just a little bit of humor sprinkled on top, but never at the expense of the victim. Download Good Pods and subscribe to Love and Murder over there, as well as check out other indie podcasts. Good Pods is good for iOS and Android, so you can listen on the go. Char is actually in the midst of moving, so I'm all by myself today, and we're going to do something a bit different. I didn't want to leave y'all without a story, so we're going to be talking about a quick and insane case that teaches you to never meet someone off of social media. This is the case of Valerie Rosario. Let's get into our reminders before we begin. Did you get to listen to our last episode? A crazy case about love, obsession, and witchcraft. Last week, we discussed the case of Maya Mayete, who's still missing, by the way, as of this recording. If you haven't heard it yet, go back to episode 50 called Love Potion. Then, if you want to see pictures from the case, head on over to our Facebook fan page group and ask to be let in. You can get the link in the show notes below or search for Love and Murder fan page in Facebook or Google. Also, as a reminder, this is the last weekend to get into our exclusive community. Actually, Friday was the last day, but due to time constraints on my part, I didn't get a chance to update our tiers, so that gives you the benefit to join now and get grandfathered in at only $3 a month. Right now, we have a bonus episode of Sugar Baby Confessions. Now, did you know that Char used to be a sugar baby? If you want to hear these stories, then head on over to our exclusive community in Patreon at www.patreon.com/love and murder and join us there. Later on, I'll tell you more about what you can get from joining this community. Now, on to the case. On February 7th, 2022, Valerie Rosario met a guy off of Instagram and invited him over to her apartment at 1 a.m. Isn't this some kind of huge red flag? You invite a stranger over at 1 a.m. to your apartment? I'm pretty sure she didn't have anyone else in the house. Serial killer vibes here? I'm just saying. It seems like it's just making it easy for the person to getcha? I don't know. Just me. Anyways, Valerie lived in Manhattan's Lower East Side with her family, her mom, and her brother. I wonder where they were at the time that all this was going on. Anyway, this area is in the Bronx in New York, for those who didn't know that, like me. So this guy, who was never named in the case, gets there and went into the house. Valerie later said that she reached out to him because this guy would usually show off wads and wads of money on his social media. To me, that's like more red flags. How do you know someone who does this isn't just fishing for people to lure them in? How do you know these wads of cash isn't just like 100 on the outside or a 20 on the outside or a 50 on the outside and then like just a bunch of ones or Monopoly money or cotton on the inside? Think about your own money before you think about someone else's money. Have your own stuff. Don't go after people for their stuff. Anyways, the more you know. Anyways, after the guy comes into the apartment, Valerie started getting comfortable and Hey guys, Cliffhanger Kai's back. Here's your reminder to subscribe to our podcast so that you don't miss another episode, and we'd be ever so grateful if you would leave us a 5-star review on the platform of your choice. Also, come on over and join us at our exclusive L&M community on Patreon at patreon.com/love and murder. Tomorrow, Sunday, is the last day to get in at $3 a month. Then we switch gears to tiers and you miss out on these amazing bonuses. Once you become a subscriber, you get access to commercial-free episodes so you don't have to hear this commercial anymore, Crazy Crime Corner, Love Up Sessions, Serial Corner, Relationship Advice, Ky and Char's life stories, like Getting to Know Us, behind the scenes, and so much more. We have so much fun over there, so come on over and join for only $3 a month until Sunday, April 3rd, when we switch gears and have tiers. Sign up and get grandfathered in for as long as you remain a member. Don't miss out. www.patreon.com/love and murder. And if you're listening to this on YouTube, we'll give you 5 seconds to subscribe. You know how much we like the fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thanks all. We now resume our regularly scheduled program. And then 3 men barged into the apartment. Plot twist. These men were armed and originally waiting outside the apartment. They'd actually followed him inside, but he didn't even notice. Now, when they came in, they started pistol whipping this guy. They then stripped him down and then put him in a bathtub. After they did that, they started pouring, quote, flammable substances on him and burned him with a flame, end quote. Wait. What kind of craziness is going on? Oh my God. They also stabbed him multiple times in his legs, body, and back. Now think about this. He's burned all over his body, beaten with guns, and then they're stabbing him all over? Oh my God. And that's not it, people. They start hitting him with the blade of the knife all over his body. Can you imagine the pain? I can't even fathom this. This horrible scene lasted for hours before the assailants moved the man to another location and used his cell to call his family. Once they called his family, via FaceTime might I add, they had the guy's brother watch as one of the assailants, who was masked by this time, quote, cut into the victim. Oh my God. Before demanding a ransom. So the reason now comes out as to why all of this is happening. After they cut into the victim, they told the brother, quote, give us $100,000 or we will kill him. Now this begs my question. Like I said in the beginning, how do you know that the wad of cash in the pictures wasn't a lie? Social media is not reality, you know. I don't know how people don't understand this. Just because someone shows a picture or says something online does not make it real. Anyway, instead of negotiating with these sadistic people, the brother called the cops. Sing like a bird. The police were able to use the cell phone to track down one of the assailants to a location in Queens. Idiots. Don't you watch movies or listen to true crime podcasts? Well, that's your bad. Not that I wanted you out there anyway, but they found them inside a van. The victim was, quote, unconscious, wrapped in a blanket with tape still covering his mouth, and, quote, barely breathing. And he was being watched over by some guy who had a knife. It later came out that this particular assailant's name was Javier Vargas. What do you think happened when the cops opened the door? Javier's just standing there with a knife in one hand and the unconscious man at his feet, his eyes open wide. And Javier says, hi there, officers. This isn't what it looks like. This knife isn't mine. No. It's come on now. No, this isn't my knife. My friend handed it to me and then he told me to wait here. Oh, this guy at my feet? Yeah, this guy at my feet. Give me a second, I'm thinking. The victim was then rushed to the hospital. At the hospital, he was treated for stab wounds and burns to his face, body, and legs. Oh my God, I feel so bad for this guy. Could you imagine the level of pain? But the good thing is, he's all right physically. He could be all right psychologically. He probably needs to go to a therapist and everything like that. I couldn't even imagine the trauma that he went through. Whew. So Valerie Rosario and Javier Vargas and another suspect identified as Michael Calendario were arrested by the authorities on Wednesday, February 9th. The men were charged with attempted murder, assault, robbery, kidnapping, and unlawful imprisonment. Valerie was charged with kidnapping and attempted murder. Now, why was she charged differently? Wouldn't you think that all of them would be charged the same? I mean, I guess maybe it could be argued, possibly, that she didn't physically help. This is allegedly because, it wasn't reported who did what. So this portion of it, I'm going through it with y'all. I'm guessing, I'm thinking, I'm brainstorming with my L&M community. So I don't know. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comments below because I don't know. They didn't really say a lot about who did what. And I'm just thinking maybe she didn't get the same charge as the guys because maybe she didn't actually physically participate. Like, stabbing him or burning him. Maybe she just lured him there and then, didn't call for help after whatever was going on. So maybe that's what she was charged with. Personally, I would have charged her along with the rest of them. But then again, that's why I'm not a lawyer or judge or cop or anything like that. Her defense attorney, Raymond Loving, said that Valerie is, quote, denying all the allegations that have been leveled against her. He requested that Valerie be, quote, launched on her own personal recognizance, end quote, because, according to him, she lives with her mother and her brother, and she also has a full-time job at a dentist's office. To which I say, so the F what? The hell does that have to do with anything? She still lured a man over and helped him be victimized for hours in her apartment. Like, what kind of defense was that? I mean, I guess he had to try something because, it's his job. But, again, that's why I'm not a lawyer. The ADA Kluger requested Valerie be remanded to custody, and he was granted this. Duh. Everyone is being held without bail currently. Now, the last update I see on this case was on March 15th, which said that everyone is still in custody and the case will be presented before a grand jury on Tuesday. Now, March 15th was a Tuesday, so I'm wondering if it was presented that day or the Tuesday of March 22nd. Now, before I go, I want to remind you not to post pictures of yourself with money or your credit cards or your paychecks to social media. I don't know why that's something I have to say, but I guess I have to say it. Also, if you're meeting someone from online, quote, RAINN, RAINN, recommends that people not only meet in a public space, but also tells friends where they're going. Additionally, the organization says it's best to arrange separate transportation, end quote. And that is the quick and crazy story of Valerie Rosario and the victim she lured from social media. So what do you think about this case? Do you think Valerie should have been charged the same as the others? Now, also, if you get an update to this case before I do, please don't hesitate to reach out to us and let us know at noconductradio@gmail.com. If you like this episode, then head on over to Apple Podcasts or Spotify and rate us 5 stars. You can also download Good Pods and rate us there too. You can say whatever you want in the description, but it helps bring us up in the charts so others can find us just like you did. Don't forget to visit us on Patreon to become an exclusive member of the L&M community. You get commercial-free, full-length episodes of Love and Murder. You also get bonus content like cases about love follow-up sessions or cases with the craziest crimes, just like this one, or our new serial killer corner, which is coming soon. In 2 weeks, we have our first serial killer corner. We're working on it now, and I would suggest you get in now at $3 a month so that you can get access to that. You also get host stories. So right now, we're actually recording questions that you ask the hosts, so you get to know the host, and behind the scenes, and so much more. Right now, all of this is only $3 a month until tomorrow, basically Sunday, April 3rd. And if you subscribe now, you stay grandfathered in, even if the price changes. On Monday, we're going to up the price, and the $3 tier will be the beginner one. So now's the time to get into this exclusive community. Follow us at social media at facebook.com/relationship crime, Instagram at Love Murder Podcast. Join our Facebook fan group by searching for Love and Murder fan page in Google or Facebook, or by simply clicking the link in the show notes below. Find our awesome merch by going to our website, www.murderandlove.com. That's Love and Murder backwards, murderandlove.com, and clicking on our shop in the menu above. We actually have some new designs there. One that says, "Don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious." So we have that there. And we also have, I think it says, "This shirt is my true crime watching shirt," or "This is my true crime watching shirt," something like that. So head on over to our website and get your merch there. And an easy and free way to help us is by simply sharing this episode. Share to your mom, share to your friends, share to that stranger that you met on Instagram. And remember, it's always all love and no murder, y'all. Goodbye.